Hello! Today I'm going to talk to you about how to fix on-the-nose writing. First, I will define what that is because it's not literally writing on your nose, because, well, that would look really weird after you're finished, and there's not enough room to fill a full novel on there anyway. And it's writing, however, that has narration explain the meaning, or a character stating exactly what they think or feel. While the information being conveyed is not necessarily wrong, it's that it's too obvious. There's no subtext, inference, or room for the reader to participate in the story while they're reading, thinking, wondering what does this character mean? What is going to be happening now? Type of thing. Where it can show up is in overly direct dialogue, like a character saying, "I am angry at you." So, without any further delay, let's get right to 10 ways to fix on-the-nose writing. Starting with number 1. Show emotion through action. Well, how? Well, instead of naming the feeling, like he was agitated, show him being agitated like this. He hit his fist into his open palm and checked his watch and stomped his foot. Something's really eating away at that guy, isn't it? Yeah. Number 2, use subtext in dialogue. Often in tense situations, people don't say what they really mean. On the nose would have it written, "I'm scared this will ruin my career." The improvement can be like this: "If this goes wrong, I'll be living in a tent." Number 3, trust your reader. You do not need to restate an emotion when a situation implies it. You can trust your reader to know what the character is feeling. A first draft might be something like this: "She stared at the body, terrified." To improve it, you could do something like this: "She froze in place and couldn't force herself to take another step." Number 4, cut the emotion tags. Those are the things after a dialogue tag. You might see these things as adverbs or anything that tells an emotion when the dialogue already shows it. The LYs, like angrily, stuff like that are often recommended for writers to remove. This could be a character saying, "Get the bleep out of here," she said angrily. Well, she's swearing, so she's obviously angry, so you don't need the "said angrily" part. Instead, you could probably write it something like this: "She pointed at the door. Get your the out of my home." Censoring swearing in case there's any children watching it. Number 5, use setting to reflect mood. You can have the environment do some of the work and the heavy lifting for you. Pretend you're at the gym when you're writing. So, to start, you might write, "He felt nervous." To have the setting reflect the mood of the scene, do it like this maybe: "Every storefront was boarded up. Even the street lights flickered. The 3 that were working." Number 6, use imagery. A compelling image will create a stronger memory than a simple explanation. You want your readers to remember your books, don't you? And maybe read them again. So a boring or on-the-nose way to write something is, "He felt trapped." On revisions, you can do something like this: "With every breath and every step he took, the walls seemed to be closing in." You can also, number 7, you also want to avoid the dreaded "as you know" dialogue. People don't state things others already know between each other. At least they shouldn't in your story. The example here is, "As you know, I've been your wife for 10 years. Well, why would she say that to her spouse when the other person already knows that? So to revise that, you could write it like this: 10 years, she said, shaking her head. And this is how it ends. Number 8. Break up the emotional speeches. Don't have a character do a monologue with some big speech or even a shorter speech or, well, anything in between for that matter. On the nose example would be, I'm hurt, angry, and disappointed by what you did. Now let's improve that by writing it like this. He jabbed his finger at her and started to speak but stopped. He turned away from her and said, and huffed, and said, and huffed, I can't believe you did that. Number 9, you can use silence as dialogue. Sometimes what a character doesn't say can be just as, if not even more powerful than what they do say. A first draft, you might have a character say something like, I can't forgive you. On revisions to fix that on-the-nose writing, she clenched her jaw, said nothing, and moved right past him. What's going on there, you might wonder. Something to think about. Read that story if it comes out. Number 10. Ask this question when editing. Can the reader figure this out directly without me stating it directly? If yes, then revise it. On-the-nose writing might come from a good place. You want the reader to understand after all. But remember, strong writing doesn't explain, it reveals. If someone reading your story says or thinks, well, that's obvious, most likely it was on the nose. So, there you have it, my 10 tips for how to fix on-the-nose writing. I hope you enjoyed the video and that it helped you with your own writing. Have a great day and a great week. I will see you in 7 days. So long, everybody.